Welcome, Hania. Morning. You are the only attendee so far. Okay, Hania, did you look through exercise 13.1?
No, I'm sorry. I just came.
No problem. No problem.
Okay.
Play it again. Look at the example. Here we have a space in which you need to put one of the abstract nouns here. Test abstract nouns: effort, success, problem, idea, or outcome. Okay? And see if it makes sense. So we need a gerund here. Read this example: made us rethink what we were doing. We can say the effort made us rethink what we were doing. It makes sense, right? Or the outcome made
Yes.
us. Yeah. في ناس حواليك يا Hania, I think. Hania.
I'm sorry. Wait.
Okay.
Yes.
Are you paying attention with me, or this is Ahmed Matar's voice, I think, right?
No, I'm paying attention.
Okay. So,
no, no, I'm paying attention.
The outcome made us rethink, so it's meaningful. So we write gerund.
Yes.
Gerund here, and we can put
Okay.
any gerund. Think of any gerund that makes sense here. Getting such poor results made us rethink, or what Hania told me made us, or what Hania told, or sorry, getting such poor results, or مثلا getting late when we were traveling made us rethink what we were doing, or whatever. Any meaningful gerund. Can you do number one in the same way? Prove that we were
Okay.
of doing the job. Can we use a gerund here?
The success.
Yes.
Yes.
Is it meaningful?
Okay.
When you use success, yes, or the problem or the idea or the yes. So we say here we can use a gerund. Can you think of a gerund that goes with this sentence or makes sense with this sentence?
Okay. Making a successful project prove that we're capable of doing the job.
Excellent. Making or doing a successful project prove that, or we can say winning the contract proved that we were capable of doing the job.
Yes.
Well, Hania, why don't the other guys join us? No idea.
I think there is a problem. Even my internet is really bad. Wait.
I know that the Zoom session is 40 minutes, but I had to end the meeting. Okay, hi. Number two, you are enough, honey.
Okay.
I'm sorry for what happened yesterday, but wallahi, it was out of my hands. I did my best, to help you. I said no problem. And
I know I missed it.
I went down to Mr. Osama and said, Mr. I told them that I don't care if they take it at home or here. Yani, this is what I said. I told him. And I'm ready to give them the quiz now. But he said, that
exactly.
These are the instructions of the administration, Mr. Ibrahim, and you have to follow them. And there is hierarchy, as you know. He's my boss. I have to follow. You blame me. I did my best to help you.
Yes, I know.
I do all the time. I'm sorry. Type sentence.
I know.
Sentence two.
Okay.
Wish that we had more time. Can you replace the space with?
No, it doesn't make sense.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense. Thank you. Because wish needs
an
animate noun, a person, right? Especially a person. Wish. Okay. So let's move on to the next step. Okay. We'll skip the rest of the test or the exercise. The first step in learning how to use gerunds is knowing how to identify them. Fortunately, there is a simple and completely reliable test to tell when an ing verb form is being used as a noun. Replace the gerund phrase or gerund if it is used by itself with the pronoun it. If it makes sense, if it still makes sense, so it's a gerund. Using the it, this is another test to know whether we can use a gerund here or not. Using the it pronoun test works because gerunds are always singular. You know, Ahmed Matar. Welcome, Matar. Matar. Ahmed.
Yes, Master.
Welcome, Habib. Okay, we're here, Ahmed. We did the two sentences, the first two sentences of the exercise with Hania. And now we say that it's easy to identify a gerund. We can simply replace it with or by the pronoun it. If it still makes sense, it's a gerund. If it doesn't, it's not a gerund. Using the it pronoun test works because gerunds are always singular. Gerunds are always singular. As you know, we say swimming, dancing, running. It's always singular. Also, we don't have to worry about subject or object because the pronoun it is the same in the subject and the object functions. It can be used in either role, as you know. The it substitution test is also extremely helpful in that it is exactly defined, or it exactly defines the boundary of the entire gerund phrase. Let's see. Yani it can replace the whole phrase. Look at this example. Here the gerund is used as the subject of the sentence. Answering my emails takes all morning. The underlined part is the gerund phrase. We can replace the whole phrase with the pronoun it. Does it still make sense? Let's read it. It takes all morning. Yes, it takes all morning. This job, this effort takes.
Yes, it makes sense.
Yeah, still it makes sense. Or it is grammatical, at least. It is grammatical. It takes all morning. This effort, this activity. Sentence 2, losing a close game is always hard. We said that we can replace this with the word success, right? Or it. It is always hard. Yes, the sentence is grammatically correct. Object.
Mister, I'm sorry, I will restart the internet and join again because it's
No problem.
so slow.
No problem. No problem.
Okay.
I love eating out a nice at. Here there is a typo, as you said. I love eating out at nice restaurants. So I love it. I love this activity. I love this. Yes, it's meaningful. And my job often requires working weekends. My job often requires it. This gerund phrase as the object of a preposition before painting the room. Before this activity, we need to move up. So if we want to make sure that this is a gerund or not, we can replace the gerund or the gerund phrase by the pronoun it, either in subject or object of a preposition. It doesn't make difference. Exercise 13.2. Underline the gerund in the following sentence or sentences. The gerunds. Again, Hania, by the word gerunds, we mean the gerund itself or the gerund phrase as a whole. Note, there may be more than one gerund. Confirm, yes, Hania, you want to say something? Confirm your answer by using the it substitution. But we have two jobs to do here, Hania, like the example. Underline the gerund or the gerund phrase and replace it by it. That's it. Okay?
Okay.
And you do number 1.
Okay. Finishing my thesis on time required some real sacrifices. Finishing my thesis on time is the gerund phrase where it required some real sacrifices.
Thank you very much. Number 2.
You need to think about taking some time off. Taking some time off, and you need to think about it.
Thank you very much. Number 3. I really enjoy work.
I really enjoy working in my garden. Working in my garden, and it will be I really enjoy it.
Thank you. Easy, right? Okay, Hania?
Yes.
Okay, let's move on.
Okay. He insists.
Let's move on to the next step. Sorry. Gerunds can also be used for predicate nominatives. As we said before, my favorite hobby is swimming. Swimming here, follow the linking verb is, right? So predicate nominatives are nouns that follow linking verbs, as you know, and are used to describe or rename the subject. For example, John is an economist. So is here is like the word or like the equal sign. John is or equals an economist. His book became a bestseller. Became is a linking verb, so his book equals a bestseller here. Hi. Their new office building resembles a minimum security prison. So their new office building equals a minimum security prison. Here are some examples of gerunds used as predicate nominatives. The biggest problem is getting the job finished on time. So the biggest problem equals getting the job finished on time. The difficulty is acquiring, the difficulty equals da da da. My own worry is commuting such a great distance every day. My own worry equals so far so good. Identifying gerunds used as predicate nominatives, Hania, is very hard. Why? Because sometimes in present participles, a present participle is a verb plus ing. A gerund is a verb plus ing, right?
Yes.
How can we differentiate between them? It's sometimes a little bit hard. So because of this, it's hard because of the sequence of be plus ing verb form looks just like the progressive tense. For example, look at the following sentence. John is talking on the telephone. Is talking here a gerund, Hania?
No.
It's a present participle preceded by verb to be, the helping
Yes.
verb. Remember in gerunds, verb to be, when we have verb to be, it's the main verb of the sentence. But here it's a helping verb and the main verb is talking. So here the sequence of be plus ing verb form is a present tense progressive, right? Not a gerund, as you know, used as a predicate nominative. How on earth can we differentiate between them? Let's see. There are two reliable tests. The positive test for gerund is, of course, the it test we mentioned before. Replace it by it. If it works, so it's a gerund. The biggest problem is getting the job finished on time. So the biggest problem is this. Yes. The difficulty is acquiring it. It still works. So these three verbs are, or three forms are gerunds. When we try to apply the it substitution test to a progressive verb, the verb or the result is nonsensical, as like this example. John is talking on the telephone. Can we say John is it? Of course, it's nonsensical. So this is a present participle, not a gerund. Talking on the telephone is not a noun phrase. Therefore, talking on the telephone does not rename John. Can we say John equals talking on the telephone? Because the sentence is John is talking on the telephone. It's nonsensical, so this is a present participle. The positive test for deciding if the sequence be plus ing verb form is a possessive tense is to see if you can replace the progressive tense with the past tense. Are you following up, Hania?
Yes.
So John is talking.
I'm following up.
I'm not sure whether you were following up the last comment or not, or the last minute or not. We say that to make sure this is.
بص هو النت بطيء بس انا
No problem,
بس هو انا
no problem.
برد والله.
Sorry, because I imagine here, I figure out that there is a discussion on the mobile, still the discussion is going on and you're busy. You're trying to follow up with me and follow up with them. Am I right? Tell the truth. Am I
No.
right? Yes, right? But thank you after all.
بس والله مركزة.
Thank you after all for being the only,
Okay.
you are the only attendee. Thank you very much. Hi. John is talking on the telephone.
You're welcome.
So how can we make sure this is a present participle? Simply make this form in the past. If it works, so it's a present participle, not a gerund. Look, John talked on the telephone. It's meaningful. There is sense, right? So this is a present participle, not a gerund. So we can simply make the verb in the past. Since the substitution of the past tense makes perfect sense, we have positive proof that the sequence of is plus taking here in this sentence is the progressive form of the verb talk, and talk here is not a gerund. Wherever or whenever we see the sequence
Okay.
of be plus ing verb form, there are two possible grammatical interpretations. It is either a progressive or a gerund, as you know. A progressive, be is a helping verb, is running, is eating, is dancing. Be is a helping verb, and the main verb, eating, helping, this is progressive form. And the gerund, be is the main verb. Swimming is my favorite hobby, and so on. To see how helpful these two tests are, compare the following sentences that appear identical except for the subject. John is watching sports on TV. His main activity is watching sports on TV. Can we say John equals watching sports on TV? Of course not.
No.
If we delete the linking verb here and put equal the equal sign, can we say John equals watching sports on TV? No, no. So this is a present participle. His main activity is watching
Participle.
sports on TV. If we delete is and put the equal sign here, his main activity equals, yes, it makes sense. So it's
Yes, it makes sense. So it's a gerund.
yes, it's a gerund. The two sentences look completely parallel. The two sentences look completely parallel, but they are actually totally different. Look, John is watching sports on TV. If we say it this way, John watched, if we replace the verb, the be form and the verb, the past, as we said, John watched sports, it's meaningful, so this is present participle and so on. His main activity is watching sports on TV. Can we say his main activity watched sports on TV? When we replace the be
No.
ing, it doesn't make sense, so this is not a present participle, it's a gerund. I'll go to the exercise, Hania. خلاص أنا عايز بس نشوف the first example and then I'll let you go. Okay, determine whether the underlined sequences in the following sentences are gerunds or part of progressives. A present participle. Confirm your answer by using the it and the past tense substitution test and an equal sign or statement. The first question is done. Look at the example. My job is editing tech support documents. Answer, this is a gerund, right? This is a gerund.
Yes.
My job is, because is here is the main verb. Its substitution, he wants you to substitute it with it. My job is it. My job is this. Yes. Past tense sub test. Let's.
Grammatically correct.
It doesn't make sense, right? If we use the past, it doesn't make sense, which means it's a present participle. Equal statement. If we replace the linking or verb to be with it's still my job editing. Yeah. So it's a gerund, as we said. Can we apply this to sentence one? We need to do all these functions with in the same way.
Okay.
Every CEO's dream is.
Okay. Every CEO's dream is beating performance expectations. Answer is the gerund.
Good.
It's الأول واحدة every CEO's dream is it.
It.
And it makes sense. Past tense sub is every CEO's dream is beat performance expectation doesn't make sense. Where equal statement, every CEO's dream equal beating performance expectations also makes sense. So it's a gerund.
If we use the past tense, every CEO's dream
doesn't make sense.
It doesn't make sense. Thank you very much, Hania. I'll stop here. Thank you for attending again. And don't be angry with me, please.
Okay.
Bye.
Okay, well.
See ya.
Okay. Okay, bye.
Bye.